This is a complicated subject that I'm going to simplify for you. In British politics, there is always an issue. Once upon a time, it was Irish Home Rule. In the 1930s, it was appeasement. And today, it's Brexit. But behind the debate about the issue, there is a simple struggle for power.
Yep.
And the point about Brexit, the reason that referendum went the way it did was that Boris Johnson calculated that backing Brexit was his best shot at becoming Prime Minister and dislodging David Cameron. And after an interregnum under the hopeless, hapless Theresa May, it worked. Boris Johnson is now Prime Minister, and in that sense, Brexit has succeeded from his vantage point. Now the only question becomes, can he hang on? Which is not easy, as he doesn't have a majority in the House of Commons. So that's the first thing to understand about Brexit. From Boris Johnson's vantage point, it has achieved its objective, purely in terms of his becoming Prime Minister.
Extraordinary.
Secondly, many people make the mistake of thinking of Brexit as a stock, that is something with a defined end state. It's a flow.
Yeah.
Brexit will carry on for years. There's not going to be closure. British voters would love it to be done. And Boris says, yeah, I'm going to get Brexit done. And they say, oh, please get it done. We're absolutely sick of this bloody Brexit. Just get it done. And then we can get back to the things that we really care about more. But this is an illusion. So even imagine a best case scenario, even in a best case scenario where somehow Boris gets his deal through the House of Commons, where he doesn't have a majority, and then wins an election, so he does have a majority. Even in that best case scenario, that's just the beginning of the process of renegotiating the future relationship between Britain and the European Union, because the Withdrawal Act, if it were to be passed, would only start that process. There would still need to be a free trade agreement negotiated between Britain and the European Union. And those things take years. So forget about Brexit as something where we'll get closure. That's just a media fantasy. That's just a dream that people cling to. Brexit will go on for years and years and years until it becomes kind of part of the norm of British politics. There was a wonderful cartoon I saw, I think it was in the Financial Times the other day, which was my father was a Brexit negotiator and his father before him. That's how to think about Brexit.
Wow.
Simultaneously, it's about high politics. Its objective has been achieved. Boris is Prime Minister. It's also, it's a flow. It'll go on for years.